Hi everyone, Vicki Peters with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Today I am in Winn, Maine at 1099 Route 168, and behind me you see this farmhouse built in 1930. This is a fixer-upper. It does need some work, however it does have many updates and you can live here while fixing it up. So we'll go ahead and we'll go inside first and I'll show you the inside, then we'll walk around the property and show you the 3-car garage as well. So this is the side entrance to the house and we are going to go on this lovely sunny porch area. This porch would make a great place to hang out. It's about 9:30 in the morning and there's plenty of sunlight as you can see, and it's nice and warm in here. And right here, you do have the tiles, the peel and stick tiles, which is still in good shape. There's no wear and tear on these. So nice little cozy porch to hang out on. So after coming from the porch area, we're going to enter the kitchen. And guys, if you're looking for a move-in ready property where you don't have to do any work, this is not for you. However, if you're looking for something where you can add your touches, still live here, then this would make a great property and very affordable. So the owners did do some work here. They've actually done a lot of work. So you do have this butcher block countertop, the full sink here, just the one big sink, not the double sink. And then you do have these hickory cabinets, pantry here, a couple here. They did start to do the backsplash here, the subway tile. You could just put floating shelves to add more space here. You also have this closet and pantry area to, keep all your food in here if you wish, or other things. And off the kitchen, you do have the bathroom. So it is a full bathroom and you do have your washer and dryer hookup here. So the washer and dryer is not here, but the hookup is. And you do have the tub here. And you do have the laminate floor in here. So as you can see, they have done some work. This is very functional. The only thing that you would need is a vanity, but the plumbing is all there for it. So that's the only thing you would need for the bathroom. So we left the kitchen and we're now in the living room, and you see some panels here on the floor beside me. So these materials do stay, and they did intend to put this on the ceiling in the kitchen. So you can do that or use it for something else, but these will stay. So you do have the laminate floor in here. I do want to point out that one of the updates that this property will need is this window will have to be replaced. There is some rot on the outside. The wood outside is starting to rot. So eventually this would have to be replaced. So you do have this added room here off the living room. So this was actually added on later on. The house was built in 1930. Not quite sure when this was added on, but underneath it's not on the foundation. Okay, so you can come in here. It has the old hardwood flooring. So they added this so they would have a first floor bedroom. And you do have the double closet here. So this is the front door and it faces the road. And we will go ahead and go upstairs and check out the other 2 bedrooms. So this is the first upstairs bedroom and these windows are facing the road. So this house is a total of 1,038 square feet. And again, you do have the 2 bedrooms upstairs, the first floor bedroom, and the full bath on the first floor, and washer and dryer hookup as well. So you can see here that there's some work to be done. There's a hole in the sheetrock here that would have to be fixed. You do have 2 closets in this room. So this one has a couple shelves. You could put a rod if you wanted. And this one has the rod. So you could hang your clothes here and use the shelves in this one. So that's nice. Added space is always good. Okay, we'll go ahead and check out the other bedroom. As you come up the stairs, you do have the bedroom that I already showed you on the right, and then you have one on the left. And then they do have these built-in shelves here for storage. So you could keep blankets, sheets, pillowcases, and all that good stuff in here. Come with me and we'll go ahead and go in the other bedroom. This bedroom does have a closet here. So it has a shelf and the rod, and you do have built-in shelves here. And off this bedroom, you do have this room here. We're not calling it a bedroom, but it could be a little playroom for the kids. I thought that would be super cute. You could use it as an office space or whatnot, but you would have to enter this bedroom to get to that space. So we'll go ahead and we'll check out the basement, and I'll show you some updates, and then we'll go outside. So we are now down in the basement. Again, it was built in 1930, so you do have the fieldstone foundation. And the previous owners did put this slab here, but they did leave a trench because they do get some water in the spring. The water will stay in the trench around, and it will actually go out this pipe that leads outside across the roads. You do have a forced hot air furnace. So that was installed in 2018. There is one flue chimney. It is lined. So you may see this wood stove here. It does stay. However, they had to disconnect it because of the one flue. You're really not supposed to have more than one source of heat going through the same flue. So I do want to make a note while we are talking about the chimney will have to be retopped. So for updates that they've done other than the forced hot air, you do have a new hot water heater, and you also have the water tank, and those both were installed in 2023. You do have the oil barrel over here as well. So that is here. Fuel line's all sleeved, and that is good to go. So we will go ahead and we'll go outside and check out the garage and around the property. So before we go outside and check out the outside in the garage, I just want to make a note and let you guys know that this is not a short sale. It's not a foreclosure. The owners had moved out a little over a year ago, and they have been heating the place. It hasn't sat in the winter unheated. I just wanted to point that out. Now we'll go outside. So we are standing in front of the house on the roadside, and I just want to point out that there is a drilled well here. Not sure the year it was drilled. If I could get the cap off, it may be visible underneath, but I can't get it off. So now, as far as the acreage goes here, so the deed is descriptive and rods. So basically you have 16 rods on the frontage, which equals to 99 feet. And then you have 16 rods going down on each side of the property. So it is a rectangle. And 16 rods equal 274 feet, which that totals 0.60 acres here. Okay. So there have been some updates with the septic system. So we'll go ahead. I'll show you where that is, and we'll talk about that. So when we were down in the basement, you may have noticed that there wasn't a water pump down there. That's because there is a submersible pump that was installed in 2010. So this is where the septic tank is located, and the leach field does go out there. So this is between the house and the garage. The septic system was installed in 2006. It is a concrete 1,000-gallon septic tank. And the leach field was installed in 2020, so those have been updated. And it was pumped in 2023, so it was pumped in the last couple of years, and it hasn't been used that much either. So we'll go ahead and we'll walk around the property and look at the garage next. So we are out back of the property, and you may notice this pile of debris right here. I just want to notate that the owners will be getting a dumpster, and that will be gone. So again, the width of the property is the 99 feet, goes back on the sides 274 feet. And we're going to go ahead and look at the 3-bay garage. The garage doors were installed in 2023. It does have the 2 doors, but it also it's actually a 3-bay, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. We'll go ahead and check it out. The garage is not attached to the house, so this is where you would enter on the side door closest to the house. You do have the slab. It is insulated. You do have electricity out here. You can see the panel box right here. And you do have stairs going upstairs, so there's storage up there. You do have some materials here that will be staying. These ladders will not be staying, but the materials will be staying. And the ping pong table will be staying. So this garage was built in 1997, and I do believe that the shingles on the garage are original with the garage. However, the house itself has metal roofing, which was put on in 2023. Okay, so we're now in the third bay, and this could be a hangout area. You have a wood stove there, and you have a workbench here. So you could make this into a man cave if you would like, or if you're one that does carpentry or whatever, you could use the space for that. Yeah, you have some storage hanging on the walls here, so it's a great added room here. The home does need some cosmetic work. It does, you can see up on the metal roof. The materials are in the garage, but it does need to be finished up there. You know, you have some siding that needs to go on the side of the house here. You do have some siding that's broken here that would have to be fixed. Their gutter is cracked, so that would need to be replaced. Again, the chimney would need to be topped, so there is some stuff that needs to be done, but you can live here and work on those things while you're living here. If you want to see more of these videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This property has direct access to the ATV and snow sled trails. If you have kids, the elementary school is just a couple minutes down the road, but the other schools are close by as well. Lincoln is only about 20 minutes away, about 20 minutes away from the interstate. Lincoln has all your shopping and all that. It is really a great location. Just go ahead and recap today. We have a farmhouse that was built in 1930. We have 3 bedrooms. We have one on the first floor, and we have laundry on the first floor as well. And we have the sunroom, and it's about 1,038 square feet, 0.60 acres. Taxes are $2,250 a year without the homestead exemption. The purchase price on this property is $99,000. So if you'd like some additional information on this property, just let me know and I can get that out to you. If you'd like to set up a showing, give me a call.